Welcome to GlobeTrotter. I'm Jon Haggins. I'm here in Rio, and Rio is a magical city where everybody comes out to the beach, they play sports. Football is the big sport here, and we're here on this, you know what they call this, the waves of the sea. I love this sidewalk. It just moves on. Stay tuned within the next few minutes and you're going to see the wonders of Rio, the samba rehearsal halls, and the great dining, and the great city itself. It has so many personalities. You're going to absolutely love it. This is a model of Christ the Redeemer. It's a magical city with lots of personalities. Christ the Redeemer, who's welcoming everybody to the city. We're taking the tram to Christ the Redeemer, who stands on top of Corcovado Mountain with his arms open, welcoming everyone to Rio. Ronaldo, you are so specialized in Rio and you know all about it. You've shared this with so many people. I'd love for you to share it with my viewers. And Rio is a very special city. It's all about the river, it's about the mountains, it's about the greenery. Talk about Rio and the history of Christ the Redeemer.
Then we have the Christ over here in the Corcovado Mountain, and Rio is a city between the ocean and the mountains. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
But
it's beautiful.
Yeah. And the story starts in 1922 when Brazil was celebrating 100 years of independence. And Rio was the capital of the country in that time. And is where they did most of the events to celebrate that anniversary. And one of those was an election, a kind of a plebiscite to choose a symbol to our city.
Right.
And the symbol that they choose is exactly this one, the Christ with open arms, but not on a cross. It's open arms and facing the entrance of the bay, because people in that time were arriving by ship, by boat.
Colombo Cafe is a popular dining spot for everyone. It's more than 100 years old.
E com você pensei então, a vida é sonho, tem solução.
The trolley travels over the aqueduct to Santa Teresa. It's one of Rio's treasures. Rio has so many personalities. Ronaldo has shared so many different parts of Rio, and Rio City is unbelievable. Talk about Santa Teresa, where we're standing. It's historic and it's artistic, and people come from all around and they ride the streetcars or the trolley cars, and they love it. So talk about it.
Yes, Santa Teresa is really special because it's like another city inside Rio de Janeiro.
It is.
And nowadays should be an alternative place to live, you know, because Santa Teresa had, in my opinion, 3 waves of occupation.
And they are what?
First, when the old city was just in downtown,
yeah,
very wet areas, and mosquitoes transmitting some disease, and people trying to avoid it came up to this hill. And this is the first time that people came up to live up here in Santa Teresa Hill.
Right.
Second is quite funny because under the military dictators, people against this government came up here to live, because up at this hill you have 7, 8 exits to escape from them.
Whoa.
Then they used to hide themselves up here.
Oh, not criminals though.
No. Political criminals.
Political criminals.
But anyhow, the third one is the most interesting one, is the artistic one. Then nowadays we have a lot of artists, like talking about painters, sculptors, or any kind of musicians as well. And then
It's Bohemia.
Yes,
Of Rio,
yes.
you know, makes it very special. I mean, there are lots of crafty things that, you know, and great restaurants up here as well.
Gastronomy center here.
And great views.
And they do once a year an event that they call Santa Teresa with open doors. They open all the ateliers, they give you a map, and you go walking, visiting the ateliers, and you can buy arts directly with the artist in their house, in their atelier.
How fantastic.
And then this is really the main event that they have up here. But every weekend, for locals, cariocas as well, people like to come up here to have lunch with the family in these little restaurants, but nice restaurants.
Oh, yes.
That belong to this traditional gastronomy that they have here.
Exactly. And it's a combination, the combination of the gastronomy here is what, as an example? Give me some examples of that.
We have one bar that is close to my name, because my name is Arnaldo with L, but this is the bar of Arnaldo with U. And this is northern people, northern style food.
Yeah.
And they have all kind of food that comes from the north and northeast of Brazil.
Right.
There is another one.
And how different is that?
You have one that special dish that's called the sun meat. Sun meat is a meat that they let drying under the sun.
Right.
It gets a different taste, and you eat it with butter on bottles.
Oh,
it's melted butter.
Do they also salt it or no?
Yes.
In preparation?
Yes.
Right.
But you get that meat and you put this butter, melted butter, over it.
And where did this come from? I mean, because you know, you have so many countries involved. You've got Africa, you've got Europe, you've got the Indians, you've got everybody as a melting pot.
This is the interior of the northeast region of Brazil. Is where they really get this meat. They
hang it up.
And they let it dry, and then they eat this with this butter, and beside it, manioc, fried manioc, but not the powder, the manioc flour. Is the manioc itself that they cut and fried it or cook it, and you eat with it. With this.
God, everything is so delicious. You know, the produce that I've had here has been so extraordinary. I mean, they're like real tomatoes and real potatoes and real lettuce and exactly. I've gained at least 20 pounds, I think, on this trip, and I'm hiding it under this shirt. But I would eat like every hour because everything is so fresh. And at home, I never eat like that.
There is another restaurant here that used the name of the place, that Santa Teresa, is Espírito Santa. And Espírito Santa use flavors from the Amazon to make their dishes.
Oh my God. And the fruit from the Amazon is unbelievable.
But some herbs as well, and the way to prepare some kind of fishes and this and that. Then is a restaurant that is small one, but nice, different kind of dishes with this, what I told you, the flavor of the Amazon.
Right.
Then you don't have to go to the Amazon, you can come here
and
you
here.
eat that. Also some Brazilian seafood in Sobrenatural restaurant. That's a Brazilian seafood restaurant, very nice way to prepare any fish.
Everything is so big too, you know, I mean the lobster, the clams, the whole works.
Fishes, I mean, or fried or cooked or boiled, I mean, but in a different way, but with a nice way, Brazilian way to prepare it.
And the muqueca, oh my God. Oh!
Make it sweat, make you sweat a lot.
Exactly.
Because it really comes really hot and boiling and in that ceramic pan, you know.
Absolutely. Mr. Celeron collects tiles from all around the world. Everyone brings him their favorite tiles, and he includes them in the steps.
Israel, Alaska, China, Guyana.
This tile tells the story of Rio.
É paixão, vai durar, sei lá,
nunca sei, nunca quis. Fui me apaixonar